All the King's men, welcome to another Friday assessment. Yes, I'm thanking God for each and every one of you because you have pressed in. You said, I am pressing, just like I'm getting close to the screen. I am pressing in today. Glory be to God. In spite of everything that happened, in spite of everything that went on, because I am here today, I know there's destiny calling. I know there is purpose on the inside of me. I know there is a greater. I know there's a gifting that's on the inside of me that was not only gifted just for me, but it was for you. It was for you. It was for you and for you. All the King's men, thank you once again that you have took time out of your busy day to stop by and fellowship with us, all the King's men. Glory be to God. I thank each and every one of you. As you know, every Friday we perform what? Yeah, you got it. The Friday assessment. Yes, this is the day that we are going to be better than we were when we look. I'm gonna get it just this close than when we woke up. We're gonna be better than we were yesterday, last week, and the week before, the month, and the year before. Why? Because we're not competing with nobody else. We're not striving to beat nobody else. We are striving to be who God created, who designed, who he had in his thoughts when he created you. That's who we are competing against. Why? Because we must become that person that we were created to be. We must not become what nobody else says, because then we become a fake. Then we work hard on trying to live up to somebody else's standards. But when we live up to the standard of who we were called to be, that changes the game, that changes the mindset. Look, and that leads me into what we want to talk about today. What are you representing? What are you representing? Because when I say what are you representing, because what you represent, it's an outward expression of your soundness. When I say soundness, you are representing something and you're sticking with it because it's what you believe in. So therefore, it creates what we call the thing that you're standing firm in. It's your belief. So, what system are you representing? What principles are you abiding by? Because it's the way that you represent, it's the things that you do that represents the system and the principles that you're actually adhering to. And then nobody has to know, nobody has to say anything. You don't have to say anything. All you got to do is just do it, and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that's what he does." And then they start to add the sum total of the thing and said, "That's the system. That's the principles that he adheres to." So all the King's men, remember that if you're not seeing the evidence, remember it's all about there are areas that you're experiencing success in, areas that you're not experiencing success in. So then when we perform the Friday assessment, then you have something to compare to, because at that moment you'd be like, whoa, but this is the system that I represent. These are the principles that I should be abiding by. So therefore, I'm doing it over here. So I'm experiencing success, but over here I'm not experiencing success. And I have to realize, I have to go through what we've been talking about, the system, the principles. Am I listening to others? Am I listening to myself? Am I listening to God? Am I adhering, trying to impress others? What am I doing? Am I answering the call for my life? Remember, I'm not talking about you getting up there preaching, but I'm talking about the gift that you have to offer. There is a gift on the inside of you that you have to offer. And the system and principles that you follow is going to cause it to come forth in such a refined way. Why? It's because of the soundness. It's because of the solidity that you've actually done. You solidify what you believe. You said, I'm going to follow this. So therefore, in the Friday assessment, I need you to evaluate where you are, why you're where you are, how you're going about it. What are you doing to change it? What are you doing to continue to press on in that vein that you may get the results that you saw? That's so important, because oftentimes You'll see something, time will pass, and it'll come to remind you where you are today, come to remind you of what you saw. That's why I love it. You got to see what you saw what you see. Mm. It's a very simple statement, meaning that you see time pass and now you saw. So what you saw got to remind you of what you see. So what you're seeing today and coming to pass should be representative of what you saw. Now, what you saw need to cause you to press into it. Mm. It needs to cause you to press into it because oftentimes we have this thing called life. It comes to get us off track. I ain't gonna say it come to get us off track, but it gets us off track. It's the enemy that comes to get us off track, and it's life that comes and throws at all these distractions at you. But these distractions are what the sum total of what makes you who you are, because it's your response to life. Oh my God, that's why the system and principles. I know I'm talking, system what you follow, but the systems and principles that we should be following is the one that's in the Holy Writ, the one that's in the Holy Bible. So we need to seek out those systems, seek out those principles, because God had laid them out there. How did he lay them out there? He laid them out there through the apostles, through the writers of the Bible. He laid them out there as they wrote them. This is what you should follow. These are the things that you should be saying. I gave it to my apostles, I gave it to my prophets to give to you as my people, my creation, who I love. Now, if you follow these things, like he told Joshua, he said, follow my word and you'll have good success. Oh my God. I don't want you to have success as the world. I want you to have it as God has it. Why? Because it's so lasting. It's out of this world and it will bless you tremendously. That's why I have to ask, who are you representing? If you're living loose, is that exemplary of who you say you represent? Because it's your actions that shows who you represent. It's the discipline. I didn't realize until later on that I didn't even realize that that was one of my strong suits, living a disciplined life or doing something. And if I set my mind to do it, then I have to do it, because I always call myself one of the greatest procrastinators. And maybe it was because of the discipline that I set myself to, because I know if I set my mind to, I have to accomplish and achieve it if I set my mind to do it. There's some things that I need to do right now, but I have not set my mind to do it. So what I'm saying, be careful of what I'm saying. I'm at a different phase of what I'm doing. And I know I need to do it, and I know what I need to do, but the information is still being downloaded. The information is still being downloaded, some information I need to go find. So I have to digest all of that. So that when I go to release it, I'm careful of what's actually being released, but also I'm confident in what's being released. Look, all the kings, man, I thank you once again for joining in today. My prayer is that something that was said that bless your life tremendously. Remember what I said, you got to press in. Ask yourself, what are you representing? All the kings, man, make sure you like, tag, share, drop a line. Let me know what's going on. If you want to connect, let's connect. Let's be world changers together. We're going forward, changing lives by the word of God. Yes, that's our principles. That's what we're going by. That's the system, that we're not following the world system, but we're following the kingdom system, because we are kingdom citizens. So all the kings, man, thank you once again. I pray you have a blessed day, blessed weekend, and a blessed week to come. Till next time, be blessed.